Welcome into this place. If I'm rushing, it's because I'm rushing. Welcome to this broken vessel. You desire to abide in the praises of your people. So we lift our hands and we lift our voice and we offer up the praise unto your name. Father God, you welcome into this space. Have your way in the room. Give us what to say and how to say it. We surrender to your perfect will. You already know all about us. And we give you glory and honor. Amen and amen. Hey, Hope Haven. This is Dr. Yvonne Pointer McCreary, and we are live in the Hope Haven. What is the Hope Haven? It's the dwelling place of possibilities. It's where Renee Abrams. It's where we come Monday through Friday, your number one, since October 1st, 2016. And I want you to know something. It's interesting that hope is our key word for this broadcast. Because I think I line up hope with faith, because if you have it, you don't have to hope for it, or you don't have to have faith to receive it. So we're here Monday through Friday, hoping for that which we have not. Tonight in St. Louis, we love you. Hoping for that which we have not. Believing for what we have not. I was signing Brother Jerry up for a program in Alabama. And I was talking to the lady on the phone, Kim. We love you. And I said to her, well, what's your name so I can call you back? And she hesitated. And she said, my name is Mrs. Hope. So I told Brother Jerry when he went to the appointment today, Deontay, I said, go in there and ask for Mrs. Hope. And so when he went in, he said, there's nobody here by the name of Mrs. Hope. I said, ain't that just like God? Mary Ellen from New Jersey, we love you. I said, why would she even say the name Hope? So that's what we're doing, Deontay. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. We're hoping. We're hoping for one another. We're believing for one another. And guess what? We're not perfect. As a matter of fact, we're far from perfect. But we serve a perfect God. One who will help us when we need help. Renee, you're welcome. I want you to know I thank God for those who donate to Ghana through $ Hope Haven 1. We were able to bless the children on this weekend for your generosity. If you like to do more, $ Hope Haven 1. Amen. And then we want to say, Lloyd Middleton, I love you. Thank God for the first 24. We get up in the morning, wash our face, brush our teeth. For the first 24 minutes of the day, we go into the presence of God. I want to give a shout out to Tracy, who had an incredible event on Saturday. I want to give a shout out to Natasha. I wish y'all could see the rug burns in my forehead, because there was so much anointing in that room. I couldn't do nothing but lay on my face in the carpet. I said it and I did it. So shout out to them. Let me say I love you. But I need to get right to my guest. Y'all know him. Can't tell you how many times he's been here, but he's been here a lot. I think one of the most incredible people that I've met in my lifetime. But he got a story to tell. And he said to me, Dr. Pointer, I need to come to Hope Haven so I could tell my story. So I just want y'all to do me a favor. Start sharing this to your page now. Tag people, invite people, let them know. First of all, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention the Voices of Black Mothers United and the Woodson Center. But would y'all do me a favor and just give a shout out to the Mike Berry. Hey, Mike B.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
Mike Berry, we here. We doing okay. How are you? Is the question.
I'm breathing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in Hope Haven, breathing. So, yeah.
Well, before we get into where we are today, why don't we take us back with Mike Berry? Like the little boy, I always like to talk about who you were before I talk about who you are now.
You know, I had an upbringing. It was colorful. You know, I went through some challenges. Humble beginnings. You know, grew up in the projects, 33rd and Central. Well, the townhouses anyway. But I went where my mother went, so she pulled herself up, so she pulled us up with her.
That's good. That's good.
My mother speaks to you all the time at Tri-C. You went to Tri-C?
Yeah.
My mother went to Tri-C.
Wow.
And she remembers you from a night class at Tri-C.
Wow. Yeah, I did a night class.
Yeah, she yeah.
Cause you know what?
That's back when we used to wait in the car. Me and my sister, we was little in the car.
Waiting in the car while she went to class?
Yeah.
Well, you know what the strangest thing about that is, I was always at it. You know, screwed up some areas in my life young, and God blessed me, Lori, to go back because I love learning, and I would just take classes every now and again. You know.
And she never forgot that. She bring it up often.
She does. Yeah. Oh, shout out to your mom.
Yeah.
So, what would y'all do in the car while she was in the class?
Just cutting up. We end up in the hallway. Yeah, we was latchkey for sure.
Yeah. But she was trying.
Yeah, she was trying. Yeah,
that's all you could do.
2 masters. And,
what?
Yeah, retired from Polyclinic, retired from Cleveland Clinic. Yeah, my mother went. She got to it. 8th grade education. Yep.
Wow. See, so it's never too late, is it?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
Nope.
So many people know Mike Berry. Lori, y'all know him. The filmmaker, the producer, the rapper, the singer. But who is Mike Berry today? And what is it that you felt you had to talk about? You said like the Dr. Porter, I got to come.
So, you know, for people who don't know, my house caught fire a couple weeks ago. 2 weeks or 3 weeks tomorrow. I was actually, and I'm gonna get to the story, but
take your time.
I was asleep and I was awoken to my house being on fire. And
did somebody wake you up?
A dream. I thought I had this dream of somebody saying "get out," and I thought it was like my neighbors fighting or something like that. But then I heard a glass break, which made me run downstairs, and I got downstairs. It was a fire.
Wow.
I run to the front door, but I couldn't get out because I had the deadbolts that take a key.
Oh.
So I had to run back upstairs. Then I heard boom! It blew all the windows out on the first floor.
Now, where were you when you went to get the keys? Upstairs?
No, I was downstairs trying to get out the door, but the keys were upstairs. I had to go back upstairs to get the keys.
Wow. In order to get out?
In order to get out, I got the deadbolts to take a key on every door.
Yeah.
And bars on all the lower windows.
Oh.
It was crazy. Yeah, so I fell down the stairs. I tore my patella tendon. But the reason I wanted to come on this show is
wait. Let's back up a little bit. So, because I have a deadbolt on.
Oh, no, they got to come off.
No, I keep the key in the door.
I don't care.
Really?
Yeah.
Because that was scary, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But I keep the key in whenever we go to bed.
I did
we make sure the key is in the door.
Listen.
Wow.
We going to agree to disagree.
Wow.
Nah, that ain't it. I need to get out there swiftly. Wow. Anything can happen with that key. And of all nights, I keep it in the door.
Yeah.
But for some reason, not this night.
Wow. So you had enough time to go get the key?
Yeah, well, I had to get the key. It wasn't whether I had enough time or not. By the time I came down, the fire was inside my house. And I did have enough time to get out the side door. But it was just, I couldn't believe that I felt trapped because I looked around like, man, I got bars on all my windows. I'm locked in my house.
So you can't even jump out of the first floor window?
No.
Y'all share this, please.
No. Yeah, surreal feeling for sure.
You was panicking.
Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. I was the bride. You know, like you watch his house burn.
Yeah.
It's always somebody else.
Yeah.
It was me. I literally was thinking that, like, this happening to me. This is what I was thinking. This is happening to me.
This real.
But, yeah, when I get in, it was going to happen. It had to happen. Mm-hmm. You know, sometimes I think when you think of God, you want God to talk to you, but you want Him to talk to you in plain English.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, come on.
And so, but sometimes when God talks to you in plain English, you want to hear more.
You don't believe it's Him.
Yeah, say it again, so I'm clear what you're saying. So I just gotta tell you this story. It's the craziest story ever. So in 2008, I was going through a divorce.
Okay.
I wasn't going back to my mama's house. So I'm Mike Berry. I'm living in an abandoned house on 113th and Union. This is a true story.
Wow.
I paid my guy $75 to teach me how to jimmy rig the lights, how to take the bulb out, turn the lights on, and the heat, how to get the heater on. So I was living on the second floor of this house with a cat, a black cat. I took a push broom, pushed everything into the side room. I bleached the floor, and I was living in this abandoned house. I had a hot plate, and every day I had 3 boiled eggs for breakfast, and I ate tuna fish any other time. If I'm lying, I'm dying. Got too many real stories to tell you one fake one. But, so one day, I had this little factory job making just over minimum wage. So on this day, instead of going down 113th, I said, I'm going to go down 112th. I'm riding down 112th, I see this black and white house. Sure as I'm standing here, this house was calling me. Come here.
Yeah.
So I went to this house, walked up on the porch, and I climbed through the window. I called my real estate friend and said, hey man, how much for this house? And he told me. That's when everybody was losing their houses in foreclosure, so it was cheap, 2008 when the bubble burst. This was the house that caught on fire. He said it's $5,400 cash. I didn't have $5,400 cash. I ain't gonna go all off into it, but let's just, white collar crime was back on everything I remember from, I was in the streets doing white collar crime. Within 30 days, I'm
tagging people, so keep
within
talking.
30 days, I had $27,911.
Okay.
I took that and I bought this house. I bought a car, and I went back to no more crime.
Okay.
It's just what it was, right?
Okay.
But I remember standing in this house like I ain't supposed to be here. So when I moved in the house, it had blinds on all the windows and everything. I stayed there 17 years. I never changed those blinds. I never updated the kitchen. I never painted the house. I never did one update to the house because I always felt like I'm not supposed to be here and I'm just passing through.
So, but why do you think the house was calling you?
Look, no, I'm telling you, I felt it.
Okay.
Calling me.
Okay.
But so I'm getting back to when we say, when I'm talking about plain English. I knew when I moved in, I knew I wasn't supposed to be there. Dr. P, I never walked on the floor without socks on. In 17 years. Except getting out the shower, because I used to feel like cooking in the kitchen like it's something in this house. Now, I won't say it felt demonic, but I felt like it's something with this house. So anyway, one day I'm sitting at the dining room table working on a movie script. Pow! I hear a gunshot. Boom! The bullet on 113th, they doing a gun transaction. They shoot at my house. It comes through the dining room floor, skips off my shoulder, and lands in my front door.
Okay.
Now hold on.
Okay.
This is God in plain English.
Like, get out.
You're not supposed to be here. That wasn't enough. One night, somebody banging on my door. It's a girl banging on the door, beat up. Like, yeah, can I help you? She said, my boyfriend just beat up on me on 114th. I just ran. I said, and of all the places to run, why you run here? Guess she told me.
What?
Something told me to come to this house.
Wow. Wow, I believe you.
Remember it like yesterday.
Yeah.
In plain English,
Yeah.
I correlated that with, man, I'm telling you something about this house. Another time, a girl running from the police.
Come to the house.
Ran up on my porch, 6 feet of snow. I said, what is you doing hiding on my porch? I hear her on the porch. She hiding on my porch. She's like, I don't know. Some just said, come to this house.
Wow.
Now I'm going to go up a little bit. I used to tell my friends, like, dude, I don't know, man. There's something about this house. They used to be like, paint it and do this. No, I ain't supposed to be here. I got it wrong. The way I got it was wrong. And I just remember this feeling when I saw it. It was like it was saying, come here. Now I'm going to get to this fire. I told myself, you know what? I'm going to stay at this house 2 more years. And I'm going to stack as much money as I can. I'm going to get out of here. Right? But to feel more comfortable, I'm going to do 2 things. I'm going to sand the floor and stain it.
Okay.
And I'm going to swap out the kitchen. I sand the floor and stain it. And that night it burned down.
So
the first time I committed to stay, it burned down. I swear I was sitting across the street like, you know how many times God tried to get me out this house? Let me tell you, I'm Mike Berry. I was going through it financially months ago till my insurance lapsed. I don't even got insurance on it. But I can see the bigger picture now. God put me in the financial strain to lapse the bill so that I can't see no other way. I can't even rebuild that house. 1,000,000 times God tried to get me out this house. And again, I won't use the word demonic. I won't say that. But I clearly remember sitting there many times like something. I can't put my finger on it. Like I in the very first time I tried to tell myself I'm gonna stay here, I burnt the house down. That night, I burnt the house down. Let me tell you how I burnt it down. I put stain on the floors.
Hey, Betty.
I put the rags into a garbage bag and put them on the front porch, and they spontaneously combusted.
Was it hot?
No.
I mean, hot outside?
No. The gases couldn't escape the plastic. So Bill Nye the Science Guy, I remember from high school about spontaneous combustion. You just need chemicals that create gas, and when that gas can't get out, you don't get no air, it's subject to explode. 1,000,000 times it might not, but this time it did. The first time, there was so many incidents in that house where I feel like God was trying. When the bullet ricocheted off my shoulder, I was like, man, listen, I stayed there 17 years. I never sat on the porch. Never. Not one day have I ever sat on the porch because I used to feel like I was living in a hotel, like I was just passing through.
Wow. But you was there 17 years.
17
That's a long
years.
time.
Yeah, I was there 17 years. 17 years. I'm telling you, the blinds that were on the window when they burnt down. Those blinds melted, but they was there the day I climbed in that window.
So where do you think all of this is leading, or do you not know?
Well, that gets me back. So I feel like, for one, God had to, I operate in purpose.
Yeah.
But I feel like I've been pushing my purpose.
Okay.
Instead of letting my purpose drive me.
Oh, y'all write that down,
so,
Victoria.
There's a lot of people out here who, you a grinder. You a hustler, but you pushing your purpose.
Yeah.
Instead of letting your purpose guide you. And I just had this epiphany. I started a nonprofit called The Phoenix in You. The Phoenix rose from the ashes.
From the ashes.
Because I just feel like, this God got my attention. I do the work. And when my house caught fire, the community showed me how much they cared about me. But I feel like it was other parts of my life that I wasn't in accordance or doing I was straddling a little bit, doing this and that. And I feel like, that was God's way of getting my attention.
So he got your attention.
But I had to get out that house. For whatever reason, something was going to happen to me in that house. And I feel like he kept trying to get me out until he said, you know what? I'm going to get you out and I'm going to make it so you can't go back. I ain't have insurance. I'm telling you, I can't even rebuild it. People like, you care? No, I don't care because I'm breathing. I don't care.
Got out.
I got out. And it is surreal to look at that fire on this side of it. The neighbors, you saw the video.
Yeah.
But be on this side. 1,000 things actually went through my head at one time. 1,000. And all I kept thinking was, it's no way God brought me this far to come this far. That's impossible.
Cause you just finished the movie.
Just finished the movie.
And the movie premiered. I came to the premiere, but it was also at G Cup.
Yep.
So to the natural eye, you doing this, going up. Cause you said, cause we was there, this was your best one.
It is, yeah. Yeah.
But you done a lot.
Yeah, done a lot.
How many movies you made?
10. Yeah.
Hope Haven share this. So,
I'll give you one too. So the firefighters come, the house is just torched. I'm in the ambulance. We about to go to the hospital. The lady says, if there's any valuables in there, you need to get somebody over here because the looters is coming. I said, man, listen, can you go up on the second floor? In the second room, it's a computer. He's like, man, it's pretty bad up there. I don't care. And he bought down my computer and the hard drive. They at my mama's house right now and they work.
And that's all your movies on there.
Every dime, everything that's me is on that hard drive. Everything, they own this hard drive and it worked.
And then you told me your car caught on fire.
Car caught on fire.
In the driveway.
Yep.
But it was still running.
But
somebody did what?
Came back and towed it. Probably scrapped it. Yeah, but I can't explain the feeling when people be like, man, how are you mentally? And I'll be like, better than I ever been.
Because you are a person who really stresses taking care of mental health.
Yeah. You know, this incident taught me a lot about
you might as well let it out.
You know, about who I am as a person.
Y'all pray for him. Come on.
You know, you only as strong as what you've been through. You don't know. You know, I had a friend like, man, don't you want to fall apart? And I was like, what that's going to do? What is falling apart going to do? My mother like, man, you see I got this brace on my leg.
Yeah, you had
my mother
surgery.
like, sit down. Sit down and do what?
I ain't got no tissue in
You know,
here.
sit down and do what? And I just feel like, you know, you just never know how long you got left. Or, you know, and I'm talking to anybody who listening in Hope Haven. If it's something on your mind, if it's something on your heart, you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do it now. Because a lot of times God is talking to you in that same plain English that you like, but you don't hear him. You know, I give you an example. I told a friend this. Somebody can be praying and say, hey, God, I need a job. And then your friend says, hey, man, they hiring at Home Depot. But you don't hear that because that wasn't the job you didn't hear that, though. But you said, you know what I'm saying? Like, or a relationship or anything when we say we pray or whatever, and you ask for God to speak to you in plain English, man. I feel like he spoke to me in plain English no fewer than 6 or 7 times in that house that I felt it in my soul. When that girl came to my house and told me her boyfriend beat her up, and I said, how did you make it to my house? And she said, I don't know. It was the same feeling I felt when I rode down that street, looked at that house, and it was like, come here.
So it's almost a rescue house, and then maybe the time was up in it.
Maybe.
Because I got to tell you, Mike, y'all please share. One time I was in Florida, and we had taken a bunch of kids to there, my son Spanky and the church kids, and I'm upstairs in my hotel room sleep, and I had a dream. And in the dream, I saw my son Spanky drowning underwater. He was reaching up like this through the water. And I sat up. I said, what the heck was that? So I looked around the room. I don't see none of the kids, nobody. So I look out the window and I see all the kids in the pool. Now my mind said, oh, they okay, go back to sleep. But my other mind said, go down there. So I put on my robe, Victoria, I go down to the pool. Well, hey, y'all, where's Spanky at? Where's Spanky at? Don't nobody see him. I go to the deep end, and Spanky at doing like this under the water.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, God will speak to you.
Mm-hmm.
And I laid on my stomach and I reached down and pulled him up. And sometimes I ask myself, Spanky, do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
So God was trying to tell you, get out.
Mm-hmm. He was. I know it. You know, I sat across the street from my house watching it burn, and it was. I just remember saying to myself, like, it's me this time. It ain't my neighbor's house. It ain't my cousin's house. It ain't a house on the knees. It's my house. I'm looking at it. It's my house, my car, my knee. It's me. What is all this for? But you know, my life ain't been perfect, but I've been I've been to prison. I was molested as a kid. I've been out in the street longer than 15 minutes. I done did it all. If you can name it, I did it. The good and the bad. But since I've been home from prison, I really tried to make a difference in my community. For those who don't know, man, I struggle with depression and anxiety 25 years, so I'm a big advocate of that. And I'm also just a believer in operating in your purpose, man. And I feel like I'm the phoenix. Like they say, what you lose in the fire, you can pull out the ashes. But I lost a lot of my history, my posters, my accolades. I'm gonna make new accolades. I know it. I'm gonna make new accolades. And the way the community embraced me after the fire, to me, was just a snapshot of the same way the state would embrace me, or the country would embrace me, or the world would embrace me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so I think it was also a push, like, man, you gotta go. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I had a nonprofit, Releasing the Pressure. I said, no, the Phoenix in you. This is my nonprofit, the Phoenix in you. And just, I'm always gonna speak mental health, but I'm also gonna speak being purposeful. And again, letting your purpose drive you, instead of pushing your purpose. You'll push your purpose for 30, 40 years.
Let your purpose
drive you where you're supposed to get to. Don't push it.
Mm.
You know what causes.
Good. That's good.
And and I equate that to like just say somebody say they want to save the world. Saying you want to save the world is like saying you want to boil the ocean. You can't save the world. You say, you know what, I'm gonna save my city. You can't save your city. That's like saying you want to boil a swimming pool. You want to save your neighborhood? That might be tough. Oh, you want to save impoverished kids, teenagers, female? That's better. You know what I mean? Like
narrow it down.
Narrow it down. You need a direction. You know why?
Why?
Because you could be on the wrong track and still headed in the wrong direction.
Ain't that what we talked about the other day?
You could be on the right track and still headed in the wrong direction.
Ain't that we talked about the other day?
Yeah.
Natasha, we talked about this.
Yeah.
That sometimes you're doing the right things for the wrong reason.
Yeah.
And you need to just say, hey, Natasha,
yeah.
I just was saying, Natasha had a service on yesterday. If I moved my bangs, y'all would see my burn marks because I laid on my face in the sanctuary because it was that powerful.
Wow.
But Mike Berry is here tonight. Y'all do me a favor, share this to your page, because what I see in Mike is like the next episode.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. When they got all these movies or TV shows, you have to wait the next week to find out what's going to happen. But you know something going to happen.
Yeah, you know something going to happen.
Something going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But God just keep you coming back so you can find out. So we all are trying to see, okay, what's next? Because all your camera equipment and stuff, was that in the house?
Some of it. It depends on where it was in the house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because the front has got burnt.
Yeah, the front got
burnt. But then they come in there with the water.
Oh my God, they do more damage with the water.
They
and
come
the
in
axes. They knock out the roofs.
Yeah.
You be like, bro,
you don't have to do all that.
Yeah. So, but again, man, I'm lightweight thankful that it happened. Like I'm thankful I went to prison. Because if I didn't go to prison, I'd have killed somebody. Because I was on that trajectory.
Yeah, come on.
I was on that. Prison is the best thing that ever happened to me. And this fire, believe it or not, is one of the best things that ever happened to me.
But the people who know your struggle with the mental health and all that, they worried about you.
Yeah, they worried about me, man. Listen, don't worry about me. I'm telling you, because you know, if you had to, I would say. But no, I got it. You know, I got it. I got the love from the people. I feel it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, people calling me with the words and
donations. People who might wanted to do it before, but do you think sometimes we got like, I'm good, I'm cool.
Yeah.
I don't receive.
Well, whoever comforts the leader.
Yeah.
Who comforts the leader?
Come on.
How many people you think walked up to Martin Luther King and said, "Are you okay?" They thought he was Superman.
Well, Natasha and I was talking about that the other day, even with me. You know, with
yeah.
her.
Who comforts the leader?
Here's a perfect example. One time I was out to eat and I saw Mike Berry sitting by himself eating some ribs at the restaurant, right?
Yeah.
And ever since then,
she invited me to dinner.
I was when we have anything for family.
Yeah, you do.
I said, Mike B, you cool today? Yeah, Dr. P, I'm going over here. But I always think everybody might think Mike Berry got it all together. Who even think to ask, do you want to come over for dinner?
Nobody asked.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah. The crazy part is I talk about depression and mental health and nobody's still going to ask.
Yeah.
Because you're not crying when you're saying it.
And you're still looking good while you're doing it. But ever since then, no holiday has passed that I didn't call you.
Not a one. But who would ask a smiling face, "Are you okay?"
Wow, come on, Tanya.
So that's why I hate when people be like, "I hate a Debbie Downer." Well, if they wasn't a Debbie Downer, you wouldn't know they was down.
But then people don't want to be around Debbie Downer.
But you wouldn't know they was a downer if that might be a cry for help. Now, this is what I'm against. If you a Debbie Downer and you won't seek help, I got a problem with that.
Yeah.
Because now you dumping on me. I don't mind you putting your pain at my feet.
But do something about it.
Yeah, do something about it.
Yeah. So I love the analogy of Martin Luther King. One of my dear friends was Dr. Gwendolyn Goldsby Grant, and she used to write a relationship column from Essence magazine. And I was in New Orleans at the Essence Festival, and there she was sitting at a table by herself eating. I'm like, that's Dr. Grant. Why is she sitting by herself? Yeah. Well, she and I got closer, and I found out people felt the same way about her. Dr. Grant don't need nobody. That's Dr. Grant. You know, so how do we, without weighing it on your face, let people know that I might need some help?
Yeah. You know, I'm transparent, so I'm gonna just say it.
Say it.
You know that. You know, I'm a big advocate for mental health. You know, and I've done a lot of things in my life that I'm proud of, and I did them. I haven't been 100% since that Sunday at 10:33 when I first felt this feeling. You know, kind of like my girlfriend broke up with me. That's how I felt. Like grieving of a breakup.
Yeah.
And it got worse and worse and worse, and I was suicidal probably within 60 days. Yeah. And so I don't feel like I've ever been. The old Mike is gone. This is a new Mike. That's cool.
Yeah, Natasha just said Mike got a new season coming.
Yeah, come on now. It's a new season. I've been writing this book called It Happened So Fast for like 10 years. But just think of what I did in 10 years though.
Yeah.
I don't know where this book gonna go, so I had to stop it because I just keep evolving and just answering what the universe, what God is putting in front of me to do. You know, we all know what we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
We you know, and a lot of y'all, you know what you're supposed to do, but you hide it under the guise of cheerleading. You cheerlead for your friends, you cheerlead for your kids, you cheerlead for everybody else. Well, you do know you're not going to get a medal cheerleading. You got to actually come out the stands and you got to get in the race.
Stop it.
You got to get in the race.
They don't have no cheering on award.
They ain't got no cheering on award. They ain't got no cheering on award. You got to get in the race at any age.
But that's a cover up. You know.
Yeah, well, fair.
Yeah, cover up. Well, Marianne Williamson, I think it was, said, our greatest fear is not that we're a failure. Our greatest fear is our success. So you're afraid that if I do this, I'm going to make it. So why do people fear success?
Yeah, I don't know. You know, we say, why me? Why not you?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why can't it happen to you?
Yeah. And then we'll get something good to happen in our life, and we subconsciously tear it down.
We do.
You know, maybe you got a good dude or a good woman.
Well, yeah, that's me. Because I ain't going to lie. I'm just going to be honest with you.
Be honest.
You know.
Hey, Edward.
You know, my superpower is I have an uncanny ability to go from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't care. I don't care what happens. When I go to the next thing, I'm gonna have the same level of, come on, Dr. P, you ready? But my kryptonite, because we all got a superpower, we all got a kryptonite. And I'm just being honest with y'all, is I never feel quite worthy of the love that females try to give me. I feel like I'm gonna mess it up. No girl gonna say I was abusive. I don't B you, H you. I don't talk like that. I don't drink. I don't smoke, you know, socially drink, but I don't smoke. I'm not abusive. But for some reason, I feel like I'm gonna be too much, even though no girl ever told me that.
You just feel it.
I feel it, but it's my kryptonite. It's me, and that's one of the things. You know, I did 10 movies, Dr. P. You ain't never saw me with no date. I walked the red carpet 10 times by myself.
Wow, come on, y'all.
10 times. And I feel like this whole fire thing, I'm finna step out of that. Because I don't want to be by myself. I'm 55 years old. You know.
Come on, Mike B.
I know I deserve the work I put on these movies and all of that. Watch A State of Mind, by the way. Claim this drop. I deserve that.
Yeah.
But I also deserve. Now, mind you, Dr. P, we go back 20 years. Mike B used to get out with the best of them.
Yeah.
You know, don't come in the club around Mike B. Least you find yourself with a new boyfriend.
Yeah.
But I outgrew that.
Yeah.
And so that was good. But I found myself kind of like scared. When I wasn't scared, I was a wolf.
Yeah. But
then when I broke out of the wolf thing, I was scared, like, of the connection. I don't know. I don't know. It's like my kryptonite. That's all I can say.
Can I tell you what happened even today? Because people don't know us.
Yeah.
They think we got it all together,
Yeah.
right? But I have struggled with claustrophobia forever. I fly in planes, and I have to pray when they shut the door. I'm like, oh my God, I'm closing this plane. Don't let me get in the elevator. I'm really tripping in. So today I told Natasha this. I made up my mind. It's time. It's time for this to be over.
Mm-hmm.
I went to a building intentionally just to ride the elevator.
Mm.
You hear what I said?
Mm-hmm.
Today.
Mm-hmm.
And I got in there. I waited till wasn't nobody in it. Now if somebody in it, I'm okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing. But I waited till it was an empty elevator and I stepped in. And when fear tried to get in with me, I said, you can't ride with me.
Mm-hmm.
And when the door shut, I said, okay, we finna do this.
You finna do this, yeah.
We finna do this. Mike B, we finna do this.
Yeah.
And then sometimes we don't realize we can't get to where we trying to go because we taking all that with us.
We in the way.
You got all that fear.
Yeah.
You got all that anxiety. And then here come Miss Nice Girl or Mr. Nice Man. And you bringing all that stuff.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. But you know, one thing I learned, Dr. P, is that what one person finds too much, somebody else says, that's nothing to me.
It's nothing. It's nothing.
It's nothing to me.
Yeah. Because watch this. I'm fearful of flying, fearful of elevators, but I done been all to Australia. We were 23 hours in the air going to Australia.
Yeah.
About the 6 hour coming back, I said, they better get this plane out the sky right now. Yeah. That's enough. But in order to get it, we got to step into that space.
You got to.
Did y'all hear what we saying tonight?
You got to.
What the?
And again, back to my initial message is, and it's just been on my heart, is God talks to you in plain English, but you won't plainer. Like, sometimes, when people be like, man, God spoke to me, okay, then what did you do? You know what I'm saying? Like, did you answer? Did you respond? Did you do what he said? Did you do? Because again, while I was in this house, he kept telling me, you got to leave here. But I'm just like, You know what I'm saying?
Well, instead of saying, why are you saying that? Why? Or doing it.
That's true. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I knew something was up with the house. I knew that. I knew that the day I moved in.
But you stayed there 17
17
years.
Yeah, I was living in that house like I was living out of a hotel. Anybody know me will tell you. I didn't make one upgrade, not one. When I tell you, just imagine this. The very blinds that were on the windows when I climbed through that window of this vacant house was the blinds that burned down 3 weeks
Did you
ago.
put furniture and stuff in there?
Yeah, but I didn't make one upgrade.
Okay.
Not one. And had the money to, but some was just like, no, this ain't your house. It's not your house. I remember I dated a girl. She told me later, she's like, I came to your house and was like, it's something. And she told me that. She told me that. She was like, I walked in your house. A minister walked in the house and was like, something. But I used to feel it too, but I can't say like it gave me the creeps. It just wouldn't let me rest. You know, wouldn't let me rest. I never came home like home sweet home. Never. Never. I would walk in the house and just be like, let me just get in the bed, go to sleep, do it
So
again.
what do you think prevented you from moving?
Not having to pay rent.
Okay.
Just
Comfort.
Comfort. It allowed me to build my brand because your biggest expenses is where you staying and all that.
Right.
You know, I bought my car cash, bought that house cash.
Yeah.
And now I can build this brand.
Yeah.
Without having to worry about that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so even when I could leave, I didn't. I should have been left.
Yeah.
You know, but now I feel like, you know, I had to leave. Now I got to start over, and it's gonna be the best start over ever. You know, again, I'm like the Phoenix. That's it.
You know, Victoria knows this book is called The Secret of the Vine, and this is it right here. I started reading that book, and I was like, the man in the book was watching the vine dresser cut down some perfectly good grapes and vines. He couldn't understand, why is it nothing wrong? Why are you cutting it away? And he said, if I don't cut this down, the sun can't get to the roots. Just like that. So at that time, I was praying about something. A friend of mine came and said, why are you still at this job at the city? I was working for the city. He said, you've been all in Africa, you're doing all this. Why are you even here? Why aren't you doing it? And I said, because it's comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because it's comfortable. And the whole book, The Secret of the Vine, the message is sin. They was cutting away at sin. I said, well, I ain't sinning. I ain't smoking crack. I ain't doing none of that. So when I said to him, it's comfortable, he said, well, you know, that's a sin, don't you? To be in that comfortable space when you know you're supposed to be doing something else. So I said, well, then I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm finna leave. And I said to the mayor, everybody, I'm leaving. Because I don't want to be in a place where God don't want me to be. I mean, and you stand there because it's comfortable.
You stand there, yeah. You getting comfortable is easy.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, growth is found in uncomfortable places.
Now, did y'all hear what he said, Tanya?
Growth is found in uncomfortable places.
Hold on, I got to write that down. Growth is, and that's why people don't grow.
Yeah, no.
Because they don't want to be uncomfortable.
No. You have to be uncomfortable.
And so when
comfortable with that, being uncomfortable.
Woo! Don't make me holler.
You gotta be
comfortable with being uncomfortable.
uncomfortable.
Well, when I left the city, I was telling this to Angelique today. I didn't have no plan. You got a plan? You got a plan right now. I didn't have a plan. So I was forced to trust God to be my guide because I didn't have no plan. I just left. I said, okay. And I got uncomfortable. And you know what was born? Hope Haven.
Hope Haven, yeah. And, you know. And just having the faith you claim you have.
See, you
gotta have that faith you claim you have, you know, because you know, I get it. But if you have something really on your heart, you know, and a lot of times people think to be successful you gotta sleep in a car, door bag poor.
Yeah.
No, a job could be part of your plan.
Yeah.
But it ain't the plan.
It's not
the plan is to do this.
Yeah.
But I need the job to pay the bills until I do that. You know what I'm saying?
But you got to know what this is.
You gotta know. You gotta know what that is.
Well, I'm going to tell you,
You
what
gotta know
you
what
just
that
already
is.
told us what one this is. You said you don't want to walk down the red carpet by yourself again.
No, I don't want to do that. No
Now,
more.
that's a this.
No. Yeah.
So what's the
definitely-
plan?
Yeah.
You know, you got to
no,
tell
for sure.
us.
Yeah, I got
But
you.
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like me getting in my car, starting it up, going to a building, and I told a lady at the desk, I said, excuse me. I said, I'm afraid to ride the elevator. But I need to get in this elevator
And go up.
and go up. And when I got off, they was clapping. Oh, you did it, you did it. Now, was I scared in there? Heck yeah.
Yeah.
When that door shut, all that panic was coming. But I said, I'm going to do this.
Yeah. And, you know, I'm a big believer of do it scared.
Do it scared. Joyce Meyer said, do it afraid.
Yeah. It's
do
been
it
plenty
scared.
times, like a boxer. Boxers get in the ring, they tell you they had that little fear, but they conquer it. If I go speak somewhere and I know it's going to be a big crowd and I might be scared, but I trust in the gift. I trust in the thing that I do or that I have. And I'm just going to do it scared. I'm going to do it scared.
I wish somebody could tell me where's a place in this thing called life that you do that you're not uncomfortable,
Yeah,
you're not
yeah.
afraid, then you ain't doing nothing for God. Listen, it's bigger than you. Huh? Labina. So if you saying God told you to do it and you could do it within yourself, then I need to ask you, how's that even possible? How's that even possible? Because your assignment is going to be something that's going to scare you, make you uncomfortable. You don't know where you're going. When I walked out of City Hall, Mayor Frank Jackson came in my office. When I told him I was leaving, he shut the door. He said, Miss Pointer, please don't leave me. That was his exact words. I said, Mayor, I got to go because I'm comfortable here. Now, wait a minute. Do that mean in life you ain't supposed to never be comfortable? I don't think so.
No. But here go one for you.
What? Well, y'all write this stuff down.
Here go a good one. So, in what you do, you are uncomfortable,
Every day.
but you make a lot of other people comfortable.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Natasha!
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know when in my mental health journey, I'd have been in some crazy mental spaces. But those emails and those where I make people comfortable. So I'm uncomfortable, but like they say, the fruit on the tree ain't for you. It's for the people who pass by. The pear ain't gonna eat a pear. The passerby gonna eat a pear. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, my uncomfortable, this is my cross to bear. I can be uncomfortable sometimes.
Boy, you about to make me run out my own house.
But this my cross to
This
bear.
is my cross.
But I know
So that I can bear fruit.
when I walk into a space and be my authentic, transparent, free-flowing self, somebody gonna get very comfortable. I know this because they tell me. Yeah. I know this because I had a guy call me. I put up a 1 minute of motivation.
I love him.
A guy called about 6 months later. I remember from that one I put up. He said, man, I was laying on my mama's couch with no job, scrolling through Instagram, came past your 1 minute motivation, and he said, man, I started a business 2 months later. He said, I made $100,000 this month. This is what he told me.
Just from what you said.
Yeah.
And you probably laying on...
Uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable.
But I made him comfortable. So to anybody...
Mike
you know,
Berry, you're talking good.
And it's a lot of people in Hope Haven that are givers. So the gift, you might be... I could be at home depressed and but that don't dull how I feel.
Yeah.
Because I know what I'm feeling is real. So when I'm talking, I'm spilling out some of my pain. But that pain is resonating with somebody else. They gonna go get help. They gonna go see a counselor. They gonna go check themselves in. They gonna do this and do that. They gonna get comfortable. When I was uncomfortable. Because sometimes when I make these 1 minutes, I'm talking to me.
Listen, some days I'm about this close to going cuckoo for Cocoa Puff. I know it's a wrap. And God will use something to come out of my mouth in that moment that's going to help somebody else. And I'm like, well, God, I don't get this.
And I used to feel bad for that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm at home just like, who am I to believe I'm laying on this couch in some kind of way?
Yeah.
That what I got to say can have some positive bearing on somebody's life.
Yeah.
But who am I to say it can't?
You talked about Martin Luther King. Y'all need to really look at his letter from the Birmingham jail. That man was uncomfortable. Hear what I'm saying? Think about it. The Klan all around him. They got this man locked in this jail by himself with these people that hate him. But he penned in a letter that's gone down through generations.
Yeah, look at it. Look what.
But he in an
uncomfortable
place.
But he understood the assignment. Oh,
y'all better hear the assignment. Y'all better hear the assignment.
You gotta understand the assignment. If you don't understand this, you gotta understand the assignment.
And then the assignment that God gives you, like you just said, it ain't always about you.
No, you think it is.
You think it is.
No, it ain't even for you.
I told Anki today, I don't know if she's here, you know, her son just died. And when she asked me to do his eulogy, my message was a great cloud of witnesses. And so she was talking about, I never thought I would have to bury my son. I said, Anki, you got a cloud of witnesses. Now you can talk to people. Come on, Lori. You can talk to people. Come on, Tanaya. Because now you talking from that uncomfortable place. But you're going to help somebody. Your pain going to help somebody.
It is.
Ain't that something?
Yeah, it is.
Tanya. Ain't that something? We praying for Tanya's who dad just went to be with the Lord.
Say, sis. Yeah, Tanya, that's my sister.
She cool with me?
Yeah, but
your pain, Gloria Pointer.
Yeah.
Who thought when she was murdered in 1984?
You thought it was about you. You thought it was about you. You thought it was about you.
And here God got a plan for kids all the way in Africa. Huh? God got a plan with Logan. He did Logan's film, Blanket Blessing. She see a homeless man on the street. She got a blanket in the car. She said to her mother, could you pull over? I want to get this man, just random man, this blanket. Then she ended up putting on an event that got about 500 blankets. So what happened? She was uncomfortable, but she brought comfort to so many. This is powerful.
Yeah. This just gave me more just clarity. I don't know, man. You know me. I'm going to go. You know what I'm saying? But I understand that my go needs direction.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And then when God, I think that was Natasha, somebody started talking about the olives, how God crushed them. See, he might say, it's time for me to get something to Mike Berry. You understand? Mike Berry been Mike Berrying all these years. But I need to get something to him from me. Right? And he can't receive it in the position he's in. So I got to shift the position so he can be in line to receive it. And everybody love you, gonna be happy. Because I'm gonna tell you something about eating dinner by yourself. I can do it. I go to the movie, I go to dinner, I do everything. But it ain't nothing like sitting across the table.
Yeah, from company.
Mr. Jerry! It ain't nothing like it. And you trust that person, and they see who you are. So Mr. Jerry know that I don't like riding elevators. So he'll be with me and talk me through it or whatever. But then I'm thinking to myself, thank God there's somebody here, but that still ain't the answer. I got to do this myself. Yeah. When they say, honey, would you like some mashed potatoes?
But you know, I'm thankful for Hope Haven. And it's a community.
Yeah, it is.
Because I also learned
it's a community.
From this fire the power of community.
Yeah, the power of community.
I didn't realize I was part of a community. I was just doing Mike B. Oh, that's the movie guy. Oh, that's the talking guy. But when that fire came out, oh, no. Those people let me know you part of a community.
We call ourselves the Connection Station.
The Connection Station.
Victoria Davis might bring a pound cake to somebody that's hurting. Why? I mean, I'm just saying we're the connection station. But why don't we take these last few minutes, Mike Berry? How do Hope Haven help Mike Berry? Pray for Mike Berry. What do we do for Mike Berry?
I mean, the prayers alone is just, that's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I really appreciate it. Financial donations, we could do that too.
Now, how? Is that through Cash App or
Zelle,
or how do they get it to you?
Cash App is $, Mike Berry 241. $, Mike Berry 241. And then Zelle is my phone number, 216-322-4747. And it's all appreciated. But if not, just give me the vibes, because again, I could feel it. I ain't never really felt this much love.
Hallelujah.
I can't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't know.
Yeah.
Everybody your friend until you ask them to do some friend stuff.
Yeah. But when you don't have nothing to give,
exactly,
and they're your friend.
Man, these people, listen. Hope Haven is a community.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm proud. I've been on Hope Haven plenty of times.
I know.
Because
Thank God for Miss P.
Yeah, I like what you're doing. And
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And before I know we run out of time.
No, we ain't.
I really just want y'all to. I want to impress this upon your heart that if you don't know what your purpose is, you gotta find it, because everybody got one. On the day you was born, you have a purpose. I ain't talking about a passion. Passion is something you like to do. Purpose is something you was born to do.
Born to do.
You was born to do this. Don't tell me.
And do it for free.
And do it, yeah. So, and don't get caught up in, my purpose is to be an NBA player. Nah. Somebody's purpose was to go save poor kids in Africa. That's not cool, but they did it. Somebody's purpose is to feed the homeless. Yeah. And whatever purpose you find out your purpose is, you got to be purposeful. You got to operate in purpose. You can't operate in passion. You can't operate in fear. You can't operate in pride. You got to operate in purpose, because, and again, like I said before, let your purpose drive you. Do not keep pushing it, chugging it along. You got to let it drive you. And I've had great success pushing my purpose, but now I'm about to let it drive me, and I feel like, God has set my vehicle, took it out of my driveway, walked me through the city, and put me on the freeway. So I'm gonna give you a head start. I ain't gonna even make you through. I'm gonna sit you on the freeway. Now it's up to you to go wherever you want to go. Because I feel like I'd have just sat in that driveway.
That's good. Kim said she really needed this today. See what I'm saying? Now we sitting here uncomfortable.
Yeah, I'm very uncomfortable. You see, I'm gripping this bottle.
Uncomfortable. I mean, don't know where we going. Don't know what's next. But you blessing people all around the country.
You blessing me. Who I call?
Yeah, he sure called
and say
me.
What I need to do.
Hey, Mike Bear said, Miss Dr. P, I got to come to the Hope Haven.
Because I know it wasn't no space going to make me feel like this.
Hallelujah. Did you hear that, Tasha?
I knew it wasn't a space that was going to make me feel like I felt I wanted to feel. I knew nobody was going to care about me the way I knew you was going to care about me. And you know what I'm saying?
Make me cry, Mike B.
No, for sure. If don't nobody like some Mike B, is Dr. P. For sure.
I know.
We locked in,
I'm telling you. And he wasn't doing it, but that day was sitting there eating ribs.
Yeah, that's it.
Right?
Yeah.
By himself. I said, Mike B, what you doing here? But guess what? I want you know what I want them to do for homework? Look around at somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody may need you just to show up.
Yo.
I had a young man, house caught on fire. Sure did. Rang my bell. Me and Mr. Jerry was sitting in there. He collapsed in my arms and cried. He said, I couldn't think about one place to come.
Come on now. Where else you gonna go?
He said, he called me Miss Pointer. He said, I just need, and he just, grown man crying like a baby. I said, don't cry, baby. Let it out.
Thank you, Racine.
Racine,
I can't see good.
That's
These glasses don't work out like that. But I really appreciate y'all. I mean, Hope Haven is a vibe. It's a vibe for sure. For me. And for them too.
For a lot of people.
Yeah, it's a vibe for me.
This one guy come here, the Bear That Cares. He said,
"Oh, that's my guy."
He said, "Some dust in this room. Got all in my eyes." I said, "Boy, you crying, and you know."
Yeah. I inspired him to make a board game.
See,
he brought it to my house, and he said, "I did this because of you." Yep, he sure did.
But you,
the Bear That Cares, it's a board game.
I got the game.
Yeah.
But you in your space.
Yep.
But you.
Yeah.
So one day, listen, I told him the other day they building houses, so I called the city because I need them to bait because I ain't for nothing coming up in here.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all come put some stuff around my house. And so the lady said, "What's your name?" I said, "Yvonne Pointer." She said, "The Yvonne Pointer." Mm-hmm. Now I'm calling you to get some bait for my outside of my house, but guess what she said next? My grandson was murdered. So now I see it ain't even about the bait.
No.
It's about getting to this woman that needs your help. So now she finna start coming to our meetings. See, you gotta use your, what is that we gonna call it? Might be. I don't know what
this ain't about us. That I'm walking away knowing my journey is less about me than it is the things that my eyes could survey on that journey.
Yeah.
The people I meet, the places I go, it's about them.
Yeah.
Because the same way they left an impact on me, it's somebody right now like, man, I met this person.
Yeah.
At sitting down eating tacos.
Yeah.
I sat down one day next to a white family and started chopping it, and we got on mental health.
Yeah.
Father starts like he want to tear up and start crying, and he said, "Man, my son is a schizophrenic. Get him on the phone. He don't want to take his meds. Get him on the phone. Get him on the phone." We talked. Father couldn't believe it, cause I know what he feeling, and I'm not no doctor, but I had those feelings.
Yeah.
You can't tell me.
Yeah.
Dad, you don't know what he felt, Dad.
And somebody else might be saying, "Just get over it."
No,
but when you done been through, that's why God uses us. As a matter of fact, might be this is what I know for a fact. That's why we're gonna always be in this space, because I don't know if we would be as empathetic if everything was all okay. Like when Paul said to God, "Can't you just take this thorn out my flesh?" And he come back with, "My grace is sufficient." You're going to do it with the thorn. I ain't taking nothing. Because when you keep that thorn, you'll never take the credit or the glory. Because you know you operating with a thorn.
And also, Dr. P, a lot of times, you could get caught up in why me? Why do I feel that you complain about we got a negative bias anyway. So we complain about all the negative in our life. But what about the good? It's like a car.
Woo!
So look, it's like a car. You got this piece of junk car, Dr. P, and you driving way out the minute every day for 3 years straight.
In a piece of junk car.
But then it break. And then you fix it. 2 weeks later it break. You fix it. 2 weeks later it break. You fix it. What you gonna say? This piece of junk always breaking down.
Yeah.
But you didn't say, wow, this piece of junk never breaks down in those 4 years.
Yeah.
So the same thing with me. I'm not going to say, man, I always feel depressed. Well, what about all the awards? What about, I done had 2 top 100 albums. I had a top 20 single. I got nominated for a Soul Train Award. I got a tour with MTV with no record deal. I got 3 natural bodybuilding titles. I got a best-selling book. I got 10 movies. I've been on Hulu, Showtime, DirecTV, Stars, and all that, and I did it depressed. So I can't even complain about being depressed because I have proof of concept that it ain't stopping nothing.
It ain't stopping nothing.
It's sometimes my brain will make me feel just like I said with the girlfriend thing.
Yeah.
My brain, that ain't gonna stop because I know what type of guy I am.
Yeah.
So that's my kryptonite.
Yeah.
And just gotta take the kryptonite, put it, and then do what I need to do.
Yeah. I was up in Virginia recently, and we had a beautiful resort, and that thing was there with me in my room. Okay. And it's trying to convince me, you're in this room by yourself. You're going to die. You know you're going to die. You know, I mean, like tormenting.
Mm-hmm.
And watch this. This is how I got it off me, Tanya. I says, well, I tell you what. I talked back to it.
Mm-hmm.
I said, if I die, Tanya Wooten, who was at the event, she gonna know I ain't at breakfast, and they gonna come kick the door in and get me out. And I turned over and went to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
The very next morning, I had to speak. And I'm telling you, it was some deliverance in that room that I hadn't seen, and I don't know when. The organizational person wept and fell to his knees after I spoke. So the thing that's trying to get us is internal.
Mm-hmm.
We looking good, but they don't know the cross that we have to bear.
No. And can I close it out with this, Dr. P?
Talk, Mike.
So I had a real physical fire in my house, and that fire burned down my house and made me uncomfortable. And like the Phoenix, I'm gonna come up out of that a better Mike Berry.
Mm-hmm.
But some of y'all have a fire going on in your life.
Yeah.
It might be a relationship.
Yeah.
It might be some friendships. You quit trying to douse them. You gotta let them burn. You gotta let you. That's the only way you're going.
Completely.
Yeah. And again, you know, when we say God talking to you in plain English, oh God, take me away from this. I am. I'm trying to burn it down, but you keep putting it out and rebuilding. You know what I'm saying? You in this bad relationship 10 years, and you think 1 week of acting right, now you starting over, you done rebuilt, now I gotta burn it down again. And then 10 years from now, you're gonna be like, man, he burnt this down 10 years. You know what I'm saying? And not just relationship, I'm not saying that.
I know,
but just,
I know.
It's
anything,
job,
anything.
Anything. Your spirit,
yes.
your actions, whatever, they could be burning down. You have to let them, because guess what? When you hit rock bottom, can't go nowhere but what?
Up.
That's it. I'm rock bottom right now. I can go to my mama's house. I'm 54, fit going on. I don't want to be at my mama's house no longer than I got to.
Yeah.
But I'm glad to have my mama here to do it.
Thank God for mama.
But I still rock bottom. Took my house, no insurance. Car, no insurance. They towed the car, stole it. I got a van outside that was in the backyard. But guess what? I'm breathing, living, sitting in Hope Haven, and I'm going to get it.
Yeah.
I'm going to get it.
Yeah.
I'm going to get it the right way. Not how I got that house.
Yeah.
I'm going to get it the right way. I'm going to stay patient, and I'm going to use the
You're going to let
gift.
God be God.
Yup. And guess what God going to do?
What?
Let me be me.
And guess what? Somebody told me one time I was grinding, and she came, Sheila Webb. She said to me, God told me to tell you he don't need your help.
Mm-hmm.
Let him do what he gonna do.
Yep.
Many days, like with the assignment in Ghana, you think about that. Feeding thousands of kids and you don't have no money yourself.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
And so when
that's pushing the purpose. Yeah.
So people like Natasha come on. I'm sorry, Natasha, I gotta say, here $100 for your kids. Then she called me today. She said, I'm gonna set up something where people can make monthly plans. Monthly payments.
You know what that's called?
What?
A system.
A system.
When you put, so again, I said don't push the purpose. Mm-hmm. Let the purpose drive you.
Yeah.
Let's look at a car. Yeah. Who want to push their car? You want to do what in the car? Drive. So you get in, you put the key in the ignition, what?
Start.
But it's a system.
It's a system.
Because the key ain't gonna work by itself. You need the battery, the starter, the computer. They are a system.
Yeah.
Oh, so you want some air in this car?
Yeah.
That's called an air conditioning system. Oh, you want to ride smooth? Mm-hmm. That's called a suspension system. Without a system, you're going to constantly be pushing your purpose. You need a system. What you just said, she said she was going to do for you, that's a system.
Right.
Without a system, your purpose has no direction, and you're going to keep on pushing it. First and foremost, you're not doing that, but don't boil the ocean. Boil pots at a time.
But you can't boil the ocean, no way.
It's too hard. You can boil pots at a time. So narrow your focus.
Yeah, I said to God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. The courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And I also found out that some of this stuff well, I don't know how to say this. It keeps me touchable and approachable. Because if you ever start thinking it's you and it's about you,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to be untouchable, unapproachable.
Yeah.
But you can reach a person in a restaurant and talk to their schizophrenic son.
Yeah.
Why? Because you touchable.
Yeah.
You approachable.
Well, Dr. P, a motivational guy told me, he said, Mike, there's nothing wrong with getting paid for your service.
Yeah.
And you know that struggle.
Yeah,
Where
yeah,
you
yeah.
feel
Yeah.
it's like, Mike, you gotta sustain.
I know.
You have to sustain.
I know.
And if somebody sees value in what you're doing,
Yeah.
and they want to pay you,
Yeah.
get that off your heart.
Yeah.
Because you're not upset, but you know that feeling.
Oh, I know the feeling. Because I just had my a new shower installed. Beautiful. And then that mind said, you got the nerve to be getting a new shower.
Yeah, you deserve a
when
shower.
all them kids in
Yeah.
Africa hungry. I had to talk to myself.
Yeah,
So I like that.
yeah.
I like that. You get something out of the system.
Yeah,
The system is set up to take care of you.
Yeah, I mean the system. I mean, one thing for sure, two things for certain, Dr. P. You know, I had a movie premiere for a movie called Banger. 1,600 people came. Them 1,600 people ain't lying to me.
Yeah.
My system brought them there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? Like because if people don't deem your system worthy, you ain't got one.
Well, so I hear you saying so much might be, but I hear you saying get a system.
You need it. You gotta
Or
have
be
one.
a part of a system.
You can't
be
cog
the
in
whole
a wheel.
You can't be the whole
Like I
system.
said, the key, the starter, the
Yeah,
battery,
yeah,
be one of them.
Yeah, we trying to be the whole system.
Nope, can't do
I
it.
am not the whole system.
No.
Huh?
No.
Natasha told me today, I'm sitting
That's
in
right.
my seat, and while the man up ministering, she said, I got to walk right in front of him and fell on my knees, didn't go around the back of the church, because right now I need this system.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do to be a part of the system.
Yeah. Everything is a system. McDonald's, the owner of McDonald's can not go to work no more. That system gonna work.
Yeah. Woo!
That system gonna work.
Woo! He got a system working for him.
That system go. If you don't have a system, you got a job.
Wow.
If you got to wake up to go, you got a job.
Wow.
I don't care if you own it or not.
Wow.
Because the system it's gonna do itself. You got things
Wow.
in place that allow it
Put things in place.
to go.
Put things in place.
Yeah, to allow it to go.
Well, just like life insurance,
Mm-hmm.
homeowners insurance, car insurance, health insurance, right? It's all a part of a system.
You got systems.
And if it's not in place,
the healthcare what?
system.
Nothing worse than out of system.
Nothing. If you would have had the fire insurance, all you just pick up the phone.
Yeah.
And they be hammering and nailing right now.
Right now. Yeah.
But the reason that the system didn't work, because you didn't.
Yeah. And so, but it did, again, all that came to after the fire. I came across a post and was like, get out of here. And he was talking about pushing your purpose. And I was like, if he ain't speaking to me,
Yeah.
he's speaking directly to me.
Yeah. Push your purpose.
Man, I'm about to drive this boy.
Yeah. Push your purpose.
But I'm going to do, ain't nothing going to change. Because, God let me be me. Y'all know, I talk rough. But that's just me. But I believe what I say because it's true.
Hey, Cheryl. Cheryl Wilshire running for judge, y'all. Listen, Mike Berry, we grateful. Cheryl, did you hear him say his house burnt down? He said in the one place he needed to come was the Hope Haven.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
And you walked in.
Then I'm going to go Oprah next.
Go on.
No.
Child, tell Oprah I said, hey.
Right. No.
But my whole point is you welcome here anytime. And
I
you know
appreciate
that.
it. Yeah.
You welcome here anytime.
Yeah, I love
Do
it.
you have a minute of motivation you want to close with, or we done?
Yeah, I got 1 minute of motivation.
Okay, now I want y'all to here again is $ Mike Berry 241 or Zelle 216-322-4747. If you want to be a blessing to him, he lost everything in the fire.
All right, so here's my 1 minute motivation. You got to decide what you're going to be. Are you going to be a horse or are you going to be a carriage? Now, we know that a horse is going to walk, gallop, trot, or run, but whatever it do, it's going to do it with maximum power. we know that a carriage won't do anything unless it's being pulled by what?
A horse.
A horse. So you can't get out into the open range and roam free and run fast as you can if you pulling somebody who doesn't want to do the work. You got to decide whether you're going to be a horse or you're going to be a carriage. Some people just got a carriage mentality. We go-getters, we grinders, we are horses. And I refuse to hook myself up to anything and pull it along for the ride. So, again, decide whether you're going to be a horse or you're going to be a carriage, man. That's 1 minute of motivation.
All right. God bless y'all.